What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 42 of the LARNE project here in Football Manager 2019. For a second, I forgot what series this is. What year is it even? Of course, the year in game is 2021. It's the Europa League. Today, we take on Lille. I toyed around with the idea of doing this as a double header. Today is just going to be the one match. Next episode, though, will be a double header Manchester United and Glenavon. You can see in our upcoming fixtures. It's not an easy set of games coming up. So yes, we're going to do that second game in the league against Glenavon and also the game against Manchester United. But today we focus on our first Europa League game. It's against Lille, a team that I actually have a little bit of familiarity with because I've been to Lille. It's a nice city. I actually met, random story, I was on a French exchange many years ago now, and one of the board of director members of Lille Football Club, their child went to the school that my school did an exchange with. It was quite a nice school that we did the exchange with, quite a nice house, and we had a house party at his house. So in some ways, I feel like I have a weird link to this club because I've had a house party at one of their directors' houses, but that's about as exciting or as close a link as I can get to this club. I will say, they redid their badge in recent years. It's quite nice, isn't it? Anyway, right, let's get into the episode, shall we? I'm going off on a tangent. It's going to be one of those days, folks. But yes, since you were last here, we have played 5 matches. Normally I'd be like, we've gone unbeaten, but we haven't. No, hold the phone. We're just going to start with this game, I think. Glenavon, we lost in the Northern Ireland League Cup. I mean, we were unfortunate to get them in the second round, but the trophy that you can see, obviously we've won it twice out of the last 3 years. We didn't win. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. We lost 2-1. I'll show you the games against them. Obviously, it was never going to be easy. It came right in the middle of a group of games. Glenavon themselves actually missed out on Europa League football in terms of the group stage by 1 goal in their qualifying. But you can see in this game here, I feel like we were the better team. I feel like we got unlucky. They got 2 goals through Gary Lynch and Gary Thompson. We had plenty of time to try and get back into the game. We tried to play more attacking. We tried to get on the front foot. Lille managed to get 1 goal for us. The Cyborg with the assist, of course, our new signing, the Swedish international at youth level. But we don't need to focus on that bit. It might be at youth level. One day it'll be for the senior Swedish team. But yes, he got an assist. Lille got the goal, but alas, it was not enough. So the first defeat against Northern Irish opposition in a while. Since, I mean, we can check here. It's since the 17th of August of last year. So we went over a calendar year without losing to a Northern Irish team, but it is Glenavon who have been a spawn in our side again. Besides those games though, things have gone pretty well. You can see we won in the County Antrim Shield, and well, meanwhile in the league, 3 games, 0 conceded, and 9 points. Great to see. You can see this first game against Coleraine, Robert Downey with the goal, the hometown kid. I feel like I should be nicknaming him Iron Man, so we have the Iron Man and the Cyborg at the back. But yes, he got 1, and then Lille added another for us in the 91st minute. A good convincing performance, this one. Deserved the 2-1 win. We will take that and go marching on. The next game we had against Berliner Mallard, you can see here, it finished 5-0. I'm not going to show the highlights for this game, but it was all over pretty much in the first half. McCoy got a goal, Justin Wright with 2, Andrew Morrison with 1, Kieran Kane with 1 as well. An unlikely goal scorer is Kieran Kane, the left-back. I mean, you can see here, 1 goal previously in league games for us. It's been a little while since he's got 1, but he got 1 in this game, and you can see an 8.0 rating after 3 games for him in the league this year. He's doing pretty blooming good. Anyway, our most recent game was against Linfield. You can see how it finished here. 3-0. Steve Pestridge got us off to a flyer. Janelle Bennett then with 1 with the ball crossed in, and then it was a fan favourite, Gerard Glendining, or Glendinning, if we want to be really correct. He scored from a corner, which wasn't fully cleared. And again in this game, the Iron Man himself, Downey, was man of the match. You'll notice in these games, we rotated the team very heavily. We kind of have our first team and our rotated team, and I'm quite happy to interchange them. And to be honest, the Iron Man himself, who I've got to nickname him Iron Man now, haven't I? Iron Man, there you go. The Iron Man himself, he looks very, very solid. I mean, you can see here how much he's improved. With how well he's performing in the league, he's perhaps knocking on the door for a chance to play in the first team and, you know, for the best 11. You can see here, 3 player of the matches in 7 games. He has been in fine form for us. And to be honest, despite that 1 defeat, things are looking on the up. It's a shame that we're not going to be going far in the League Cup, but you can see here, in terms of the league, we're back in 2nd in the league, behind Ballymena, who are top 3 points ahead of us. Behind us, Addons. A little bit surprising that they are up in 3rd. Last year, they were not a great team. You can see last year they finished 10th, so they only missed out on relegation narrowly. They were favourites to go straight back down, predicted to finish bottom. They're having a great start to the season. Then it's Glenavon, Crusaders and Cliftonville kind of rounding up the top half of the league, which is all separated by just 9 points after 11 games. You can see here Justin Wright as well. 6 league goals for him. He is still improving a ton. This guy, very excited to see what can become of him. He looks superb. I'm also quite keen on the fact he's not played for England yet. He hasn't got dual nationality. I mean, how long does it take to get nationality for Northern Ireland? I don't know if we can find that easily. I thought it would have it added up somewhere on one of these pages, but I can't see it. But who knows? Maybe he will play for Northern Ireland one day. In fact, I don't even know if a player can gain Northern Irish nationality. Maybe they can't by staying in Northern Ireland. Although you can see here Kenny Dixon is. Who knows? Either way, it's a sustained period of time. It's 6 years that a player has to be in the country. So we're thinking a little bit far ahead there, thinking that Wright might play internationally for Northern Ireland, but maybe one day, hey? I want to believe. Anyway, in terms of general team news for today's game, nothing. Other than Paul Glatzel, actually, who tore his hamstring. I think that had actually happened last episode and I just didn't talk about it. Jim Meister actually out with a strained neck. You can see still going through his rehab. He has improved kind of fitness-wise significantly and I could play him, but I don't really want to risk it with the amount of fixtures we've got coming up. And so, in ball-winning midfielder, it's LARNE, the Frenchman. He's going to get a chance. So we've got the Cyborg and Lotte, or Liotta. I'm going to call him Lotte because it just rolls off the tongue better and it's a nice nickname. But yes, he's going to play the ball-winning midfielder role for us today. Now, he's not ready-made for this by any means. He lacks the aggression, but everything else you can kind of see here, he has to a reasonable degree. So we're going to see how he gets on. It's a bit of a challenge for him. At 18 years old, slightly throwing him in at the deep end. He's not played particularly great in the league, but he's going to get a chance to show us what he can do against French opposition. Other than that, though, nothing crazy going on in terms of the team. You'll notice, actually, I have got Cyborg on the bench here. Because we're training him to play right back, he's going to be able to do that job that McDermott does for us in terms of being that kind of two-sided player. If I just compare them, you can see here, obviously, the two-sided fullback, the one who can play left and right back. There's definitely an argument to suggest that Conor McDermott is better. However, longer term, I'm thinking here with McDermott's contract up at the end of the year, Cyborg is just the way to go, I feel like. I feel like his pace is good off the bench, good physicality, very good mentals. He has a lot of capacity to improve as well. I really do believe in that. You can see the 5-star potential there shining through. So anyway, let's get into today's game. It's not going to be easy. Ludogorets and Manchester United already played. You can see here Manchester United won 5-0. So a win here puts us in a really good position. Obviously, I would take a draw quite happily. We're at home, so I have to back us a little bit. But, I mean, if we look at the betting odds here, where are the betting odds normally? I feel like they're on this page. Maybe they're slightly further ahead, but we're not expected to win this, I don't think. We do go in as underdogs, but we're going to give it our most. We go into every game this year as underdogs. In terms of the team, though, you can see here Thompson in goal, Kane, McCoy and Morrison. I feel like McCoy and Morrison have really built up this formidable partnership now at centre-back. They're kind of just the two names first on the list. Long-term, I'd love to see the Iron Man himself break in, but it's difficult to justify dropping either of those guys right now. Robinson has been out, obviously, with a few injuries, but you can see when he has been fit, he's played absolutely amazingly. So he holds down his position in the side. In midfield, we're going to go with Liotta alongside Frame. And then it's the standard front four, really. It's O'Connor, Bannon, Dixon, and Wright leading the line. Anyway, let's submit our team for today's game. I'm a little bit nervous for this. We're playing at Windsor Park because we're currently out of our stadium anyway. And just because of the European rules with regards to minimum stadium capacity and stuff, we have to play at Windsor Park, I believe. Their team looks very, very solid. Lots of names I recognise here. Peruzzi, Thiago Maia, Akone, El Ghazi, Rondon. Yeah, it's not going to be easy, but we'll see what we can do here. We're just going to go out there and give it our best shot. I know we're underdogs. Let's go and give our fans something to cheer for. We're at home. I want us to play our positive brand of football. And let's try and control the game as best we can. We did it well against Ludogorets. Whether or not it's realistic to expect us to do it again today, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think it is, let's be honest. I feel like if we could get a draw, it'd be a monumental performance. This is the kind of game where if we were to lose 1 or 2-0, I'd normally be pretty happy with that. But after how well we did against Fenerbahce and Sporting last season, I feel like the bar's been set perhaps unrealistically high for how, in this kind of game against a relatively established European side, I expect us to do. I feel like Lille are probably on par with Sporting, and granted it maybe took a bit of a performance of a lifetime for us to get that result against them. I want to try and replicate that, and well, we need to mark Rondon better than that. I want to complain, I want to say something nice or bad about Rondon, but actually, he's one of the nicest professionals. I'm sure you've seen the clip of where he catches one of the players who's flipping over him, and obviously there was an incident a couple of weeks ago where a player got basically KO'd by a footballer hitting him in the face, and he had the option to go to goal and he kicked it out. So I have a lot of respect for him. He's a nice guy, but it's not that nice to score in the 11th minute against us, Rondon. I mean, that's not what I want. So if you can stop, please, that would be good. Robinson on a booking does concern me this early on in the game. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to do opposition instructions. I wanted to do a shout. Demand more. Can we get a good response out of our players? It looks like our defence has got more focused. I guess that's something. I'll take that. I mean, 35 minutes gone. They've had less of the ball but had more shots. But it's been close, I guess. That's what I'm going to claim at least. It looks like a half-time 1-0. Not exactly a classic match thus far. I was hoping it might be one of those ding-dong battles, those ones where it's really back and forth, but alas, it hasn't really happened so far. I'm going to tell the boys I expect something better in the second half. I'm going to tell Kieran Kane, who looks stressed, that I have faith in him to do more. Wasn't buying it, didn't believe me, he's still not happy. I'm just thinking about what options we've got on the bench here. So we've got Lille, Pestridge, Glendining, Bennett. So 4 very attacking options there that we can really bring in and spice things up if we want to as this game goes on. I mean, for as long as it remains 1-0, we're within touching distance. That's one thing you can say, but we just look like we're lacking a bit of quality in the final third. Bannon's had another poor game, so I'm going to take him off. I'm going to bring in Glendining. We're going to do it. Glenn, show us what you can do. I mean, his name literally isn't Glenn, so it's Gerard, but Glenn, just show us what you can do. The fan club are loving it. Right, I mean, it's the 65th minute. There's been nothing happen in this game, but we have had more of the ball, just not doing anything with it. With that in mind, let's make some changes. I'm going to take off O'Connor for Lille, and Pestridge, you're going to come in. I've still got this soft spot for Pestridge, despite all the penalties he misses and stuff. I feel like on off the bench, his even-footedness and his raw pace is just enough to strike fear into oppositions. We'll also go more attacking for the last 20 minutes here, and I'm going to shout and demand more yet again. Reasonably good response from the team, and we're on the front foot here, maybe. Otter with it. Can he make something happen? I mean, he's going to be familiar. Frame, have a go! Oh, I mean, it was an effort. He didn't really hit it that hard, did he? Keeper parried it wide. Maybe we can make something happen from the corner here. Lille whips it in. I feel like this is the pointless highlight, but I want to believe Lotte out wide to Lille. I mean, there you go. Lille to Lotte. And that was a lot of rubbish right there. That was awful. Right, we're going to go very attacking. In terms of tactics as well, I'm going to tell our inside forward just to play more attacking at this point. We've got to throw caution to the wind a little bit. We've got to throw some men forward. We're not working the ball into the box anymore. We've just scored. Right, cancel the changes. We've scored. Pestridge has scored. I mean, I never doubted him. And Glendining with the assist. I was never going to change the tactical system. Switching to very attacking has worked. That never works. I mean, I feel like I've just cracked FM there by getting that. I mean, the ball through by Glendining, superb. Right, we can go on to attacking now. I mean, going on to very attacking for the first time ever in an FM series on my channel has worked. It's taken over 1,000 videos, but we've done it, folks. I mean, 1-1, would I take that? I probably would take it, to be honest. Let's not concede here in the last minute. I mean, 1-1. I said I'd take a draw, didn't I, at the start? Thompson holds on to it. Never in doubt. That is a good result. We'll take that. Now we have Manchester United, so you know it's going to be nice and easy next time out. 1-1 is where it's going to finish. We gave a good account of ourselves. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. You can see, apparently a narrow win was predicted by Trevor Rock from the Northern Irish Football Review. Trevor, mate, we need to have words. We need to have words. Either way, though, we'll take that. That's a good hard-earned point. and I can't really fault them. I'm disappointed I missed the goal live because I was panic changing, but I never doubted the players with my current system. Never thought maybe we need to go more direct, maybe we need to hoofball. And, well, that's a really good result, to be honest, at the end of the day. It's a good draw. 10,000 fans showing up as well. You do wonder if we really need to just build a new stadium sooner rather than later. We keep expanding the stadium. I mean, if we look at our facilities here, you can see we've got a standing expansion, or an expansion being done that's going to take up to 4,600. But we're getting 10,000 fans turn up to European games, or at least some of them. I mean, you can see here, 8,000 turned up for the game against Tel Aviv, 8,000 again for the game against Craiova. I wonder if we were capped at that many for that game, and then for the actual proper competition, it's uncapped. Either way, hopefully we can have another sellout next episode. As I said, next time out, it's going to be a double header. We're going to do the game against Glenavon in the league, and also the game against Manchester United. So you've got that to look forward to next time. In between then and now, 2 games. I'm hoping we can get a win in the Iron Brew Cup. That is being played on the 6th of October. We've got loads of international games around then. I actually asked for the game to be delayed. I think I can show this here. So I was like, oh, we can ask for the game to be postponed because of international duty. I was like, great, yeah, that sounds good. So I did it, and the game got rearranged for the next day. So thank you to the Scottish FA for considering the Northern Irish teams in this competition and making things nice and flexible for us. I believe our players are all still going to be on international duty, so that might be a bit of a weird game against them. But of all the competitions we're in, it's not exactly at the top of my priorities, the Iron Brew Cup. You can see here, though, the cup that we got knocked out of, the Northern Irish Football League Cup, fortunately, our board don't see as important. So it's not the end of the world necessarily, the fact we got knocked out there. Although I would have liked to have won it again. But we'll live and we'll learn, and we'll hopefully be back stronger next year, I guess, to win it once more. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up everything from me today. Really good result against Lille. Hopefully we can keep it going next time out. Double header, going to be a good one. And yeah, hopefully I see you guys for it then. Thank you for watching as always. If you have enjoyed, leave a like on the video. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.